Hi everyone, Gerard again here, and I hope you're doing well in the face of this pandemic. Like you, me and my family are staying home, and thanks to my fish tanks, staying home is more relaxing and more enjoyable as compared to not having them. Anyway, in this video, I would like to share how I set up my tank because in my line of work, most of the days in the week, I'm not at home. So I set it in a way that even though I'm not at home, my fishes are taken care of every day, especially for all those who are expats in the UAE. This setup will help you in keeping your fishes as well. So stay tuned and I hope you will learn something.
Let me begin by starting off with the basics of my tank setup. Then we'll go to some of my extras. First is the 300 watt heater which I mounted on the corner of my tank. I hope you can see it there. I use this to maintain my water temp at 30 degrees centigrade, as what my discus fishes prefer. Next is the filtration system, and for this tank I use a canister filter, Super 303B, as you can see. For my other tank I use another canister filter with Dolphin brand. I have mounted the inlet of this canister filter in my tank in such a way that it reaches the substrate in order to suck the detritus that fall onto the substrate. Note that most of the dirt in the tank are on the substrate and not floating on the water. The outlet, on the other hand, is positioned in a way that it agitates almost the whole water surface in my fish tank, as you can see. This disturbance is actually the one that oxygenates the water and not the bubbles from the air stones. If you have this much surface agitation in your tank, then you don't need to add air stones in the tank like what I do. Now going to my extra accessories, I use an automatic feeder to each of my tanks so that even if I'm not at home most of the week because of my work, my fishes are fed regularly and at a consistent amount. So for me, auto feeders are more reliable to feed them than relying on other people who tend to overfeed when they get too excited or can also forget feeding your fish entirely. Another extra accessory for both of my tanks is that I use hang-on-the-back filters as my surface skimmer and water polisher to keep my water clear, as you can see now. Next is I have an LED lighting for my tanks, which I plug to power timers. It is advised to keep the lighting at maximum 10 hours per day only, as required by your aquarium plants if you have them, and fishes as well, as they rely on the lighting on when to rest and when to stay active. Finally, I also use another power timer for my surface skimmer, so that during feeding time, my hang-on-the-back filters will turn off to prevent wastage in fish food.
Thank you again for watching until the end. And as a reminder, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. If you have any questions about this video, feel free to send your comments below. Again, thank you and God bless.